Hello everyone, welcome to WD18, the Watford fan channel. Welcome to another transfer video. Now today we're going to be talking about Etienne Capoue, who's completed his move to Villarreal in La Liga on a 2.5-year deal for a rumoured fee around 1.5 to 2 million euros. Now, I think this move has probably come 6 months later than we all expected. Etienne Capoue was linked with a move to Valencia in the summer to work with Javi Gracia again, and it was made pretty clear that that would be something he'd be open to exploring, but Valencia didn't have the funds to bring him in. Now, it's 6 months later, it's the start of the January transfer window, and Villarreal are the club that Etienne Capoue will be joining. Now, the reason they've moved in for him is because Vicente Iborra, who is their defensive midfielder, is out injured at the moment, and they needed a replacement. And Unai Emery said in a press conference for Villarreal that Etienne was someone they identified, they knew during his time at Toulouse, at Watford, and they thought he'd be the perfect replacement for him. Now, if any Villarreal fans are watching, I think I can speak on behalf of most Watford fans that Capoue has been one of the best performers in a Watford shirt over the last 5.5 years. He has been absolutely fantastic. Arguably the best player I've seen in a Watford shirt. I think the season that sticks out for me is the 18-19 campaign under Javi. He was unreal, absolutely unreal. From start to finish, he was so consistent, just a massive component of what was an incredible season to be a Watford fan. And I really hope he does well at Villarreal, because it's definitely a step up in terms of the Championship anyway. Villarreal are 5th in La Liga at the moment. They play in the Europa League. And I'm really happy that Capoue gets the chance to play regular Europa League football. He gets the chance to test himself against some of Europe's elite clubs. And I think we all knew as Watford fans that the time was going to come this season where he was going to move on. As I said to you before, I expected that move to come in the summer. I think with Valencia and a Javi Gracia link, I thought Etienne would have moved on, but it's Villarreal who have managed to secure his signature, and I wish him all the best. I think if we review his time at Watford, it was 5.5 years since he joined the football club from Tottenham. And I think when he joined, we all thought, you know what, this is a player who's not proven himself at Tottenham. He really did struggle, came under a lot of criticism, and Watford took a gamble on him. He was our transfer record signing at the time, and it was an unbelievable piece of business because under Kike, we saw what Etienne was all about. The distance he covered, his physical attributes, his strength, the way he read the game, his interceptions, his tackling, and it only improved. And I thought at one point we were going to lose him under Marco Silva when he wasn't really getting a look in. But that, as I said to you before, that 18-19 campaign under Javi was one of the best I've ever seen from a Watford player. Actually, I would go as far as to say the best I've seen from Watford playing in 14, 15 years of supporting the football club, because he was consistently our best player, and Doucouré got the plaudits, and rightly so. He got a lot of praise, but Doucouré would never have been as good if it wasn't for Capoue next to him. And when Capoue was taken out of the side, you realised this is the hole he leaves. And looking ahead and just speaking about Watford at the moment, I'm a little bit concerned about where we go from here, because I think Capoue's been playing maybe at 50-60% this season for Watford, and he's still been comfortably our best midfielder. You know, the way he protects our back four, I think the Norwich game highlighted that. And I was surprised actually he played that game with this deal in the pipeline. I was surprised he agreed to play, but that's the character he is. He's a fantastic character. There was so many stories about pre-season, him being the life of the party, and I think it's a big miss to the dressing room. It's a big miss to this Watford squad, and yeah, I wish him all the best, because Etienne Capoue, what a player, what a player. When I watched him play, it brought a smile to my face, because he was so good, so good, and criminally underrated when he was playing in the Premier League. I think he was one of the best defensive midfielders during 18-19 in Europe. I'd go as far to say the most interceptions in the top 5 leagues in Europe that season. And 19-20 didn't work out the way we would have wanted it to, but that Liverpool performance, I think one moment that game epitomised Etienne Capoue, and that was, I think it was the 88th, 89th minute. We're 3-0 up. And Etienne just pressed the whole Liverpool back line, and that just summed him up. His desire, his work rate, his intensity, his just tenacity in the midfield. An absolutely incredible footballer, and one I'm incredibly privileged to watch over the last 5.5 years. He's been a fantastic servant for Watford, a fantastic footballer, and I wish him the very best at Villarreal, because he deserves an opportunity to play in La Liga, which I'm sure he was looking to do under Javi Gracia, but he gets the opportunity under Unai Emery at Villarreal. But yeah, I wish Etienne all the best. I hope he does really well. I'll be keeping an eye on the results and how he's performing at Villarreal. And yeah, it's a good move, I think, for all parties. Villarreal have got themselves an incredibly talented central midfielder. The deal, yes, I probably would have liked a bit more money for him, but he is 32. I don't think there's a lot longer left on his contract. And the player would have wanted the move. I think that's made pretty clear. I think in the summer he wanted to move on. There was that whole transfer request debacle, if you want to call it that. And I think Etienne Capoue has been a brilliant servant for Watford, and a player I'll miss seeing, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, one of the best I've seen wear a Watford shirt. So all the best to you, Etienne. Hope you do very well at Villarreal, and I'm sure on behalf of all Watford fans, we wish you the very best of luck in your next chapter of your career. But that's where I'm going to wrap up today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like. We've got plenty more content coming up ahead of Swansea on Saturday, obviously with the Millwall game being cancelled. There's been a bit of a break, and to be honest, this week has felt like an international break in the Championship because the games just come so thick and fast. There's no midweek game, which is unusual, but we'll be back for the Swansea game. Match reaction, of course, and the player ratings and Shane's reaction as well. You really seem to enjoy the content, so thank you so much for getting involved. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on your post notifications so you never miss an upload, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.